Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian. Today is Friday, February 26, 2016, and we're going to look at a couple different charts today. I've already made this video like 4 or 5 times, so I'm not going to cover as much as I was, and if I forget to put something in, it's probably because I already thought that I already did. Starting off, look at the NASDAQ, and if you follow us on Facebook, you already saw a version of this chart on Thursday, in which I was simply indicating that we have a bullish cross here of the short-term simple moving averages, the 10 period and the 20 period. Short-term traders often like to use these, and I like to use them. So in this particular situation here, we have price activity has been shying away from those moving averages and jumps back into them, then sells off again, doesn't find support there, don't get buy pressure at that level here, and we sell off through here. We come up here again and we pull back and we find support. That's what those little wicks are out of the bottom of your candlestick formation, right? That's buy pressure. And so when we get a hammer candlestick formation following it and the cross here, so all of this tells me this is looking very bullish. At the same time period, we have, if you look at the force index here, this blue shaded area here behind the actual candlestick formation here, you can see a low point here and a higher low here, right? You can see what I'm pointing to. And it's trending up. At the same time period, you can see that the low close here and the low close here is trending down. Remember, we use the closes when you're looking at this divergence formation because that's what the force index is using in its formation. So it's important to compare apples to apples. So in this particular case here, we're seeing that we have oversold to the downside. We should be trading higher, right? Also, you'll note this high point here and this higher high here is trending up. Same time period. We had a high close here and then the high close here. We can see that we're basically flat or sloped down. That's, again, bullish divergence, calling for a move higher, which means we're taking out this resistance line, this dark blue line right here, and once we do that, we'll find it to act as support and we move higher. So we will not stop until we find resistance at the previous high. So you can find resistance there or you can break through it. We don't really know. Now, I can come out there and say that I think that we're going to hit resistance or whatever, but what if it takes off and gets up here and then something happens, the Fed does something or whatever, and I see that new information takes the market much higher. Well, now I'm chasing this runaway train as opposed to just trading from this point here, and as it continues to move up here, if it finds resistance and it rolls over, fine, I can always exit that trade, but in any event, it's best just to trade what it's doing, not what you think it's going to do. It's one of the things that's hardest for me to learn, but it was just something I wanted to share with you guys today. Is my overall view, actually as of Thursday, is that we're going to make that bounce higher. And I talked about that last week and told you it could happen, but as of Thursday I anticipated it would, so it's tradable as well. Let's take a quick little look here at the Russell 2000 iShares, the IWM ETF. The reason I want to look at this is because it has the volume and the Rust doesn't show that. So with there's no volume, I can't have a force index, right? So we'll look at this. It's kind of a cheating tool. Anyway, you can see the same basic overall story. Low point here and then a higher low here, right? High point here and higher high here. So this is in an uptrend, like that, right? And price activity has lagged that move, and we have a bullish divergence calling for a move higher. So you'll be taking out this level here and then moving on up to test. Okay, so this area here. Also, that's confirmed by your slow stocks as well. So all in all, I'm seeing a confirmation across many different charts, even globally. If you look at Toronto Stock Exchange, has already turned as well. So that's something to look forward to next week. Last but not least, let's have a look at the SPX, or the S&P 500 Large Cap Index. On this particular chart, same basic overall story, only in this case we have already broken out, right? So we've moved higher. I think this little sell that you have going on today was really more about taking profits ahead of the weekend. And as long as we don't have any really negative news, I think this little uptrend right here that you've got signaled right there is going to continue, okay? What I wouldn't want to see is this low taken out. I wouldn't want to see this get taken out. That would be problematic because your overall theory here is that you're finding support off of these moving averages, and if you come down here and take that out, then obviously there's something wrong. So anyway, I'll be looking at that to move higher next week, maybe the weeks ahead, and we could test this level, we could even take it out. So keep that in mind, and that's all I have for you today. God bless, take care, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.